Forget six figures. Forget passive income. Here's how you make your first $100 online. This week. Almost every money video online is aimed at the wrong milestone. They sell you the dream of $10,000 a month before you've earned a single dollar. But the truth is, the jump from 0 to 100 is the only leap that actually matters, because it's the one that changes what you believe is possible. Once you've made one real dollar from the internet, you stop wondering if it works and start asking how big it can get. So in this video, forget the fantasy numbers. I'm going to give you 3 honest paths to your first $100, exactly how each one works, and the mistakes that keep most beginners stuck at 0. Let's get you paid. Let's start with why this number matters so much more than it looks. $100 is not a life-changing amount of money, but it is a life-changing amount of proof. Before your first dollar, making money online is an idea, something other people do that you hope might work for you. After your first 100, it becomes a fact. You've done it. And that shift from hope to evidence is worth more than the money itself. Here's the psychology the gurus skip. People don't quit because the methods don't work. They quit because they never see proof fast enough to keep going. Chasing $10,000 a month as a beginner means months of effort with no feedback. And no feedback is what kills motivation. But $100 is close enough to reach in days or weeks. It gives you the one thing every beginner actually needs: a win early enough to believe the second one is possible. Get the proof first. The scale comes after. Path 1 is the fastest route to $100 that exists, and it's the one beginners avoid for no good reason. Sell a simple service. Not a business, not a brand. A single, specific task you do for one person in exchange for money. Think about what you can already do that someone else finds annoying or hard. Writing a clear email, editing a short video, designing a simple graphic, organizing a messy spreadsheet, setting up someone's online store. None of these require you to be an expert. They require you to be more willing than the person paying you. Here's exactly how you start. Pick one skill. Write one clear sentence describing the result you deliver. Not what you do, but what the buyer gets. Then go where people are already asking for that help. Freelance platforms, community groups, even a direct message to someone you know who runs a small business. Your first offer should be almost embarrassingly cheap, because you're not selling the work. You're buying your first testimonial and your first proof. 2 or 3 small jobs and you've cleared $100. This is the fastest path for a reason. Someone, somewhere, needs a small thing done today and is willing to pay for it. Path 2 needs 0 skill and can be done today. Sell things you already own. This isn't a long-term hustle. It's the fastest possible way to put $100 in your account while you build something bigger. Look around you right now. Old electronics in a drawer, clothes you haven't worn in a year, a gadget you bought and never used. To you, it's clutter. To someone else, it's exactly what they've been searching for. The mechanics are simple, but 2 details make the difference between a fast sale and dead silence. First, the photo. One clear picture in good light against a plain background outsells a dozen dark, cluttered ones. Second, the price. Most people price by what they wish the item was worth, then wait forever. Price it slightly below the others like it, and it sells fast. And a fast sale at a fair price beats a slow one at a dream price every single time. A handful of items you no longer use, priced to actually move, is $100 sitting in your home right now, waiting to be unlocked. Path 3 is the most reliable, though it has a ceiling: micro work and local gigs. These are small, well-defined tasks you can pick up and get paid for quickly. Completing online micro tasks, doing short data or research jobs, or local work like deliveries, assembling furniture, or helping someone move. The appeal is certainty. There's no audience to build, no offer to craft, no waiting. You do a defined task, you get paid a defined amount. For your first $100, certainty has real value. Here's how to think about this one correctly, though. Micro work trades your time directly for money, which means it doesn't scale. There are only so many hours in a day, and each one earns roughly the same. So don't mistake it for a destination. Use it as a bridge. It proves you can earn online. It puts real money in your hand this week, and it buys you the breathing room to build one of the paths that does scale. Start here for the guaranteed win. Just don't build your future on it. Build it while standing on it. Now, the part that separates a one-time $100 from the start of something real. Once you've made that first 100, you have a choice most people never reach, because they never got the proof. You can treat it as a one-off, nice, but over. Or you can ask the question that changes everything. Which part of that could I repeat? If you sold a service, could you find 3 more clients who need the same thing, and turn a one-time gig into a repeatable income? If you flipped items, could you learn to find undervalued things on purpose, instead of only selling your own? The first 100 is a lucky punch. The second 100, earned the same way on purpose, is a skill. And a skill you can repeat is the actual beginning of income. Not the number itself, but the moment you understand exactly how you produced it and choose to do it again. That's when a one-time win quietly becomes a system. Before you go, let's name the mistakes that keep beginners stuck at zero for years, because avoiding these matters more than any tactic. The first and biggest is waiting to feel ready. There is no ready. The people who earn their first 100 are not more prepared than the people who don't. They just start before the fear goes away. The second mistake is over-researching. Watching 100 videos like this one feels like progress, but it's a comfortable way to avoid the risk of actually trying. One video and one real attempt beats 50 videos and none. The third mistake is having no clear offer. Beginners say, "I'll do anything," which sounds flexible but gives no one a reason to hire them. One specific thing you do, said clearly, beats a vague willingness to do everything. And the last mistake is quitting right before the proof. Some people do everything right, get silence for a few days, and stop one attempt before the yes that was coming. The first 100 is rarely about talent. It's about starting, staying specific, and outlasting the silence just long enough. So here's your move, today, not someday. Pick one of the 3 paths. If you have a skill, sell a service. If you don't, sell something you own or take a micro gig. Don't try all 3. Pick the one you could start in the next hour and take one real action toward it before you go to sleep. Not research, an action. Send the message, list the item, sign up for the task. Your first $100 isn't waiting on a better plan. It's waiting on you to begin. And once you've got that first 100 and you want to build something that pays you while you sleep, the Faceless YouTube breakdown is the next step up. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you in the next one. No hype, no fake guarantees, just what actually works.